All right, let's explore the conduct of the catcher. Before we view several plays involving the legal and illegal positions of the catcher, let's look at some still photos that illustrate both legal and illegal positions of the catcher. In this first photo, you will see the classic setup. Here the catcher maintains his position entirely in front of the plate without possession of the ball. This is not a violation. This is how it should be done. In these photos, look at the illegal position of the catcher. In the lower left-hand corner, you can see where the catcher is in foul territory with his left foot. In the middle photo, you can see where the catcher is straddling, which is illegal without possession of the ball. In the lower right-hand corner, the catcher, once again, is in foul territory, straddling home plate. These are all illegal positions. Here you see, once again, these positions are also illegal. Extending the leg or leaning over the third base foul line to block a runner without possession of the ball is an illegal position. Here you see the trajectory of the ball, taking the catcher into the runner's pathway, which is legal. So as long as the catcher is moving to the fly of the ball or the hop of the ball, he is in a legal position. And these calls may be made by the umpire or replay official. These are judgment calls. In these three photos, you will see there are no violations with the collisions at home plate rule, because the catcher lacks sufficient time to establish a legal position in front of home plate. The photo, bottom left-hand corner, shows the infield drawn in. Once again, the catcher is not expected to get in front of the plate. One in the middle, you'll see the pitcher, the ball sent back to the pitcher. The catcher is not expected to get in front of the plate either. The one to the right-hand side, the pitcher is covering home plate. Therefore, he is immune from the rule. In this photo, did the catcher's illegal position hinder or interfere with a sliding runner? This is considered a violation because he is straddling the plate, basically. He's in foul territory without possession of the ball. It is no violation if the runner would have been clearly out regardless of the catcher's positioning. To review, the catcher is only permitted to block the runner's pathway after securing possession of the ball or if the throw or bounce takes him into the pathway of the runner. There is no violation if the runner fails to slide and initiates avoidable contact. The rule does not apply to force plays. There can be no violation by the defense if the runner fails to slide and initiates contact with the catcher. A runner may legally collide with the catcher who is blocking the plate with the ball or in the act of fielding a throw. Ejection may be warranted depending on severity of a malicious or unsportsmanlike collision. Let's go to some videos to see where first we have no violation plays by the catcher. In this play, the catcher set up in an illegal position on top of home plate, but there was no violation because the runner was called safe. A legal position for the catcher is entirely in front of the plate with the left foot on the fair side of the third base foul line. I should add, stepping on the plate is an illegal position, but because the runner is called safe, there is no violation. In this play, the catcher sets up entirely in front of home plate and maintains his position without possession of the ball. This is the way it should be done. The catcher is giving a runner a pathway to the plate. The runner does not target the catcher. This is the classic way it should be done. In this play, the catcher initially sets up entirely in front of home plate. He then moves into the runner's pathway in reaction to the trajectory and hop of the incoming throw. Remember, the hop of the throw can affect the catcher's position. Here the catcher's in front, but the hop of the throw takes him into the runner's pathway, and this is perfectly legal, no violation. If the catcher blocks the pathway of the runner in reaction to a throw that originates from the pitcher or a drawn-in infielder on a hard-hit ball, he has not committed a violation because he may not have had enough time to set properly. The term hard-hit ball is not used in the official baseball rules, but is a MLB interpretation. Here the catcher set up in front of the plate, even though the ball was hit to a drawn-in infielder. In this play, the pitcher is covering home plate on a pass ball, and he is exempt from the rule due to lack of time to establish a legal position due to the speed of the play. In this play, the catcher foolishly lobs the throw back to the pitcher. Meanwhile, the runner on third breaks for home, and the catcher legally cannot set up in front of the plate because he does not have the proper time. With a runner on base, the catcher should never lob the ball back to the pitcher. Illegal positioning of the catcher. The following videos will illustrate the catcher in an illegal position that violates the collisions at home plate rule. The catcher sets up in an illegal position in foul territory. He never sets up in a legal position out in front of home plate and remains in this location throughout the duration of the play. Because his positioning hinders and impedes the sliding runner, this is a violation of the rule. In this play, the catcher sets up in an illegal position by straddling the plate without possession of the ball. His illegal position hinders and impedes the runner. Notice how he straddles the plate before he has possession of the ball. He's blocking the pathway of the runner. This is illegal. Here, the catcher initially sets up entirely in front of home plate and proceeds to move directly on top of home plate, not in reaction to the trajectory of the throw. The catcher kicks a leg out without possession of the ball to block an advancing runner. This action hinders and impedes the runner. Watch his left leg. He sticks his left leg out before he has possession of the ball. In this play, the catcher sets up legally in front of home plate, but he kicks a leg out without possession of the ball, which is illegal. This positioning hinders and impedes the sliding runner. It should be noted that if a runner would have been obviously put out, regardless of the catcher blocking the plate, the runner is out. The Rose-Fosse collision. In conclusion, one of the most famous runner-catcher collisions occurred during the 1970 All-Star Game when Pete Rose collided with catcher Ray Fosse. For many years, Rose has been vilified for the violent collision, but by today's current rule, Rose's actions would be considered legal because the throw took Fosse into the pathway of Rose.